Joe Lieberman is the noted author of the Dragons and Enemies series on self-aware leadership. His books cover a wide range of leadership tenets based on self-awareness principles. A knockdown barriers achievement. Practical and engaging. Slay your dragons and align your enemies.
You're about to see some of my favorite clips from presentations I give on effective leadership and the relationship to self-awareness. And I thought, does he not realize he's his own worst enemy? And I began to realize that over time, I've been that person. But over years of training, I also knew that it's possible for us to identify and acknowledge our weaknesses, our shortcomings, even our blind spots. And then I asked, well, what's left after we overcome those weaknesses? After we align our enemies within? Well, dragons. Dragons are what's left. Dragons are all those external forces that come at us each and every day.
Totally enjoyed this. This was a wonderful experience.
Asked for a better speaker and presentation. It's really hitting home right now.
It was really great. He touched on a lot of really great topics that we deal with every day.
Back here by 1 p.m., we would have only had 2 minutes to eat. So that's why we're late. And the facilitator was smiling and nodding her head the entire time. And then she says, garbage. I don't want to hear any of your excuses. You made a choice. Whether you think it was conscious or not, that was your choice. On the other hand, we'll simply pivot to the side and avoid the punch and guide that arm. I speak and train on leadership and self-awareness to executives, managers, entrepreneurs, and salespeople. Can you imagine what it's like to earn a $300 million contract at the age of 28? That's an enormous amount of responsibility and liability. So he goes to survey the land, and along come 2 gentlemen, perhaps dressed like this, minus the machine guns, and they say to him, this is how it's going to be. Was it an entitlement for the group to take a long break because they had been working so hard? Was it a disregard for the rest of the participants? Was it an ignorance of how important it was for everyone to go through the program at the same time? Whatever it was, whatever these enemies within were, it was absolutely 100% a choice.
Quite an inspiring message, and really enjoyed it and took a lot from it, and I think the audience and there was very well pleased with the message that Joe brought forward.
I really enjoyed it. I think he has a lot to offer and great insight.
I wish we had more time to listen to what he had to say. He's very inspirational, and he hit on key topics to make your leadership grow.
Hey, some of my favorite things to do are to pose questions to the audience that they really weren't expecting, like, have you ever wanted to say no, hell no, in a situation and you've actually said yes? You get to say no to things. Like, people make requests of us all the time, and sometimes we don't even hear them as requests, but you get to say no. Audiences from a wide array of backgrounds take away valuable insights on the importance of self-awareness, internal reflection, and personal aspirations.
Really enjoyed Joe's program today.
He knew his subject. He had a lot of good anecdotal stories.
I just want to say how inspired I was by Joe Lieberman and his talk today.
So if we want to modify our behavior, address our enemies within, to dance with our dragons, we know it's going to take a strong commitment. But after years of instant responses, how do we do this? Our behaviors, our characteristics, our attitudes, they're all innate to us. At the core of most problems are internal issues, internal to ourselves or internal to the organization. And so sometimes it requires a deep look inside, sometimes confrontational. But we know that with a strong commitment, we can align our enemies within and we can dance with our dragons.